Hello lovely people, and welcome to our day 20 of our 30-day Flow Pilates challenge. Today is going to be a full body class for you guys. So I have got my ankle weights strapped on and ready to roll, as well as my 2 kg pair of dumbbells. So grab that equipment and we're going to meet in your supine position to warm up through those abdominals. So grabbing both of your dumbbells, lying down on your mats. Nice work, team. We're going to start by lengthening those arms just in front of your chest. Your dumbbells are running vertical to your body. Beautiful. Feet stay planted to begin with, taking a big inhale breath through our nose. And as you take that exhale, we're curling our head and chest off that mat. Beautiful. Gaze looks down to your stomach. Inhaling, slowly controlling that lower back down to your mat. Exhale, we're taking that crunch and returning back down. Nice work. So using the first few reps of class to start to settle into your breath pattern, team. Using that exhale through your pursed lips to find that lift off the top. And really control that lower back down. So thinking about rolling that spine piece by piece all the way back down flat. Beautiful. Just giving me 2 more before we add on this next layer. Nice work. Last one like this. Okay. Meeting down on this mat, on our mat. This next time as you take that curl, can we float both legs to tabletop? Beautiful. Holding at the top before we lower back down, toes tap the mat. We go again. We curl and lift those legs. Nice work. So as we take that lift, we're just lifting those knees so they're stacked over the line of your hips. Nice. They're not pulling in towards your stomach. We're keeping that tension through those lower abdominals. Nice work. Your knees and ankles should stay glued together the entire time throughout this movement. Beautiful. 2 more before we add on. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Last one. All right, we're going to add that final progression now, team. This next time you curl up, can we hold there? If it's there, can you open those arms out to T as we lengthen those legs long? Beautiful. Everything squeezes back in before we control that lower back down. Beautiful. So we're adding that T and leg extension when you hit the top of that crunch. Nice work, team. So as you take this final progression, I want to make sure that your lower back is still staying firm down onto that mat. Just taking a slightly higher leg extension to keep that imprinted spine. We don't want any pressure through that lower back. Beautiful. Moving nice and slow. Don't hurry this movement, team. Just give me 3 more like this. Lovely work. Still clearing those shoulder blades off the mat at the top. Okay, last full rep here. Okay, we meet at the bottom. Quick moment to reset if you need to. We're finishing this off together. Inhale. As we exhale, you're sweeping those arms down. We're curling head and chest off. We're just working that T and leg extension. Beautiful. Inhale as we lengthen. Exhale to crunch and sweep those dumbbells back to your thighs. Nice work, team. Giving me 4 more. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, draw out for 3. Lovely. Here for 2. All right, on 1, your dumbbell sweep down. If it's there, you're lengthening out your legs. You're holding you and your breath here for 3, 2, and 1. dumbbells can drop down to either side, hugging those knees into your chest, taking a well-deserved rock out from side to side. Lovely work. Now we're nice and warm. We're gonna roll on up. You can pop one dumbbell to the side for now, just in that top right-hand corner of our mat. Your left hand's gonna hold your dumbbell and your right forearm's gonna come down onto the mat. Beautiful. Nice work, team. We're gonna hover your left. We're gonna extend that left leg back behind us on that mat. Nice. Your hips should be square towards that mat. Beautiful. Pulling your belly button in towards your spine. We're starting off by just lifting our back leg up and tapping it down. Beautiful. Exhale, we take the lift. Inhale, we tap. So we're starting off super simple. Just warming up through this right supporting glute, as well as giving that left glute a good squeeze each time it lifts up. Can you think about lifting it up and holding for a second before you work that tap back down? Nice. Lovely work. Just 2 more before we add on. Okay, this next time we lift, let's meet at the top. Nice, we're holding there, team. You're gonna draw your left knee to your left elbow as we take a little crunch in. It extends back long before it lowers back down. Nice. So we lift before taking that little side crunch. Extend and drop. Beautiful. So in that little side crunch, it's all right if we pull forward a little bit with that body, focusing on getting that nice squeeze and cinch through that left waist. Lovely work, team. Okay, this next time we complete a full rep, we're gonna continue to add those layers. As always, feel free to take it or leave it, but this next time you extend that leg after that knee drive, can you hold? We're opening that dumbbell up towards the sky. Beautiful. It taps back down onto your mat before we drop that leg down. So going again, we lift that leg, go for that side climber, extend it back before we open out. Nice work. This is that little combo. Focus on seeing how still we can keep your body as we open our top arm to the sky. Nice. Try not to let that back leg drop down here, team. Nice one. Okay, one last full rep like this. Okay, leg drops. All together, we're lifting that leg high. We're just working that side crunch in and extend. Beautiful. We crunch and press, seeing how high we can press that leg out and away. You guys have got it. Just giving me 5 more like this. Exhale to crunch. Inhale, press for 4. 3. Beautiful. Leg is going to lengthen on 1. For 2. On 1. We're sending that leg back. You're holding there. Your right hand comes out to your mat. Left leg stays long. We're just working tricep presses down and up. Beautiful. Just this tricep press. Nice work. Just giving me 4 more like this before we add on, team. 3. Beautiful. 2. On 1. We finish this last press. You hold. Can you tuck through your back right toe? We're pressing up to find a 3-legged dog. We're drawing back forward. Toe untucks before we find that next tricep press. Beautiful, you guys have got it. One press back into one tricep push-up. Super strong. Thinking about controlling that pull back forward into that three-legged dog. Just giving me 2 more full reps before we add that final layer. Nice work. Last full rep. Okay, this next time, after you draw forward, can we hold it there? We're gonna add 1 narrow row with that left hand. Beautiful. We narrow row that dumbbell in. We release it before we take that tricep push up and press it back. Nice work. So you're adding that row, seeing how still we can keep that body there. It's a bit of a core challenge, especially because that left leg is extended long. Nice work. Just giving me 1 more full rep like this. 1 more full rep. Okay, we all draw forward. You're untucking through that back toe, squaring those hips off. Just getting to work on those tricep push-ups. Beautiful. Your elbows should stay tight towards our side body. Left leg is still high, team. Beautiful. Just here for 5, 4, 3. Lovely work. On 2, on 1. We're sinking down low. You're holding there, just tiny pulses. Up and up. Final push for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Driving all the way up. Nice work. Pressing back to find a well-deserved child's pose stretch. Nice work, team. All right. Rolling on up now. Grabbing hold of your other dumbbell. Both of your hands are gonna find each dumbbell. You're gonna step our legs back 1 at a time, bracing through that belly to find our long line plank position. Nice. Tailbones tucked, core is on. Taking that inhale breath as we exhale, legs stay straight as we pike those hips up to the sky. Beautiful. Inhale, we draw on forward. Going again. We pike and then roll back. Nice work. Exhale as we take that pike, and then inhale as we draw back in. Nice work. Feeling that nice slow pull forward each time we hit our full plank here, team. Okay, we're gonna start to add on now after this next rep. Can we pull forward to your plank and hold? We're gonna step that left leg out, nice and slow. It draws back in. Right leg steps out now. It draws back in before we pike those hips up high. Nice work. So you're adding those nice slow and controlled rainbows out with those feet. Nice work, making sure that bum isn't stepping out here, seeing how high we can lift the leg up as we tap it to either side, team. Beautiful. Super strong, head is in line with spine. Okay, this is gonna be our last pike with those hips now. We're drawing back to find your plank, holding there together. We're just working those little leg step outs and in. Starting to extend the range of that step out, team. Beautiful, hips still down, pressing that mat away with our dumbbells. Just here for 5. Here for 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Then we're gonna hold in your plank. You and your breath, holding here for 3, 2, and 1. We can lower down. Nice work. All right. We're just gonna need that 1 dumbbell now. Flicking over to the other side. Your right hand should have that dumbbell now. Left forearm's down on that mat. Right leg is out long. Beautiful. Squaring those hips. Squaring those hips to the mat. We're just gonna start by exhaling to lift that leg up. And inhale, we tap back down. Just working this leg lift. Beautiful, team. Tuning back into that breath. Taking that nice, slow, controlled leg lift. Seeing if we can hold at that top before we control back down. Nice. I want you to see if you can take a full 3 seconds to lift that leg and a full 3 seconds to tap it back. Nice. Beautiful. Just giving me 2 more like this. Last one. All right. This next time you lift that leg, we're gonna add on. So you're gonna lift it and hold it there. We're squeezing your right knee to your right elbow, finding that side climber. It lengthens out long before that leg taps back. So we lift, taking that crunch, press it back long, and draw in. So as we take that side climber, you can think about rounding through our top shoulders slightly, cinching through our right oblique this time. Nice work, focusing on that good squeeze through our waist. Beautiful. Just give me 2 more before we add on. Exhale to crunch. Inhale as we lengthen that leg back out. Last one before we add that arm open. Nice work, team. Okay, this next time, we're lifting that leg. We're taking that little side crunch. You're extending it back long. Can we open out through that top arm? Nice work, keeping stable through your core. Arm taps back down before that leg lowers. That's our combo. We lift the leg, side climber it in, extend before you open. Nice work. Option here, team, is if that open is too much work for your core stabilizers, it's not there for you today, I want you to drop that leg down and then open and rotate that dumbbell up. Nice. Otherwise, you're keeping it up. Nice work. Lovely. Just give me 2 more full reps like this. 2 more, slowing it down a little bit more. Last one here. Beautiful. We meet with your leg dropped after this final rep. Okay, the leg is lowered. Quick moment to reset if you need to. All together, we're gonna lift our back leg and hold. Just working that side climber in and extend. Beautiful. Exhale to crunch. Inhale as we lengthen out. This is you for 5. Gorgeous. Extend that leg nice and high for 4. Staying with me, team, for 3, 2. All right, on 1, we extend that leg back behind you. Your left hand comes up to the mat, squaring those hips. We're just working those tricep presses down and up. Beautiful. We transition straight into this tricep and 3-legged dog set. Nice work, team. Elbows stay tight to our side body. Focusing on getting nice range through that press. You're just here for 2 more before we add on. Okay, the last one. You press up, you hold. We're tucking through that back left foot this time. Pressing up to that 3-legged dog. We draw back in, knee untucks before we find that press again. Beautiful. Alternating one tricep press into that 3-legged dog. Lovely work, team. Just giving me 2 more before we add that final layer, final option for progression in this movement. Last one like this. Okay, this next time we draw forward, let's untuck through your toes and hold. We're adding that nice slow and controlled row in with that dumbbell. We release before we take that tricep push up and 3-legged dog press. Nice. So it's a lot of work for your stabilizers here with that dumbbell. So really focusing on controlling it. It's more of a core exercise than an arm one. Nice work, team. Beautiful. All right. Last full rep like this. Before we're finishing off the side together. Okay, this next time we draw forward, let's hold it there. Squaring your hips, lifting that back leg. We're just working that tricep press. Down and up. Beautiful. You're here for 5. Final push for 4. 3, 2. All right, on 1, we sink down low. We're pulsing it out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, we fully drive up. Lovely work. You can sink back to refine that child's pose. Nice work. All right. When you're ready, we're rolling on up. We got one final finisher of class. So we're gonna finish with a standing series. So we're gonna grab hold of both of your dumbbells. Come meet me, standing on your mat, facing me. Your feet are gonna find a wide stance here. Feet externally rotated. And our dumbbells are gonna start at our chest. Beautiful. Inhale, we're sinking down to find our sumo squat. Exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. And we drive. Thinking about driving through both of those heels. Nice, team. Pressing them down into the mat as you rise. Okay, 3 more and then we're adding on. Beautiful. All right, after this last rep, let's hold it there. Can you twist over towards that right leg? Sinking to find a lunge. We swivel back to the squat, and then we go other side. Over to your left leg. Center, squat. So alternating this one lunge each side to that one squat. Focus here is to stay nice and low, team. So seeing if you can just stay at that 3/4 mark when we rise up each time. Beautiful. Okay, here like this for 4 more. Then we add on. Here for 3. Last 2 like this. All right. Next time we open out to that lunge, can you tee those arms? We send that left to find that right dumbbell, reaching forward. We reopen in that squat. Whew. Adding those arms, team, if you can. Beautiful. Chest stays nice and high here. Awesome work. This is your guys' final push, so staying with me. You're here for a count of 10. Keep on pushing. Beautiful. Can you tap the knee down on the mat each time we find that lunge? Here for 5. For 4. Are you still breathing? For 3. Beautiful. On 1, we meet in that squat. Finding that squat. Dumbbells down. Exhale. We press. Find that round the world. Lovely work. Finishing off nice and strong, team. Keeping those arms straight. Sending that bum back and down. Making sure your knees are still pressing out. You're here for 5 more. For 4. 3. Nice work. 2. On 1, we meet at the bottom of that squat, holding low. You're curling those dumbbells and extending. We curl and extend, staying low, don't rise up now. Lovely work. You're here for 5. For 4. 3. Beautiful. 2. On 1, we curl those dumbbells, pulsing it out. Up and down. Nice and slow. Focusing on that range. This is us for our final 8, and we can rise up after that. Here for 7, 6, nice work for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, we sink down and hold, and lift everything up. Pop those dumbbells to that side, team. Let that head hang heavy. Take that well-deserved forward fold. Nice work. That was a good little finisher. A good little bit of a heart race. Got the heart rate going by the end. Okay, nice. Just walk your hands over towards that left leg. Sending nose to knee. And swapping it on over, walking to the right hand side. All right, coming back through center. You can just bend through that left leg as we straighten out that right one. Nice. And just changing direction. Well done on completing day 20 of the challenge. I can't believe we've already made it through our first 3 weeks together. So huge effort. And we've got some awesome classes teed up for this final week so we can finish nice and strong. Okay, when you're ready, we're just sitting on down, lengthening out through both of those legs and just walking those hands forward, taking a forward fold in the straddle stretch. I'd love to hear how you guys are finding the classes. So please drop me a note either in the comments or you can send me a DM on Instagram as well. All right, and when you're ready, your legs are gonna find any sort of position that feels good. Come facing me, sitting nice and high on our tailbone here. Finishing off with one last deep inhale, sweeping those hands nice and high, lifting that gaze, and as we exhale, hands can sweep back down at your sides. Thank you so much for showing up on your mat with me today. As always, my name is Greta Stewart. This is Flow Pilates. Please follow along for day 21 tomorrow, and I will see you guys there. Thank you so much.